Okay. Hello, everybody. Uh, to Ruins of the Aesaith. Um, I never have anything written out, so I don't give a shit. Uh, let's see. Last we left off, we kind of ran amok through Ustrea. You all were looking for, or at least you guys came to the conclusion that you should look for missing people's photos and posters for the not only deceased but for the disenfranchised people, all the refugees. So you split into groups and decided to roam around Ustrea, which is when you met up with Jot and a couple of his friends. Two guards that are, or at least have said their transfers to Ustrea from Caldera. So that's about as far as we got. I think you ended up getting back to the tavern. So we will.
Did I end up talking to Zerjot? I don't think I did.
You did not get a chance to talk to Jot. Jot met up with.
Group.
Yeah, Jot met up with Thingsini and Bunny.
I was just trying to remember.
And I'm both at individual times, but now as a group have officially met. Both Vodraka and Ryloth, the two guards that have been working with Jot on like the Aesaith issue. So now you're back at the at Bertha's Tavern, or what is now known as Bertha's Tavern. And I think that's all I got for you guys. Like that's where we start. I will say, you all kind of settle in now to the tavern. You all kind of line the bar with all of your I guess newfound companions in a way. Kind of like behind you. You'll kind of set like posters and files and stuff together. You'll kind of cobble them together, set them out on the bar with a couple of maps. You look around, and the people that you see are. You see Belladonna and Palan, you see Zerjot, you see you see Vudraka and Ryloth, you see Bertha helping you set up. So all of these people have kind of come together to help you. You also got a little bit of information about the Nietzsches. Bunny, what you got or at least last session. What you got was that the Nietzsches have a hand in kind of a lot more than you expected them to. What I told you last session was that the Nietzsches now or have owned Bertha's Bar. Like, they own places in Silvermoon. Like, to your knowledge, they run a lot of the East Coast wherever Demetrius hasn't put his hands in. So that was something you discovered last session.
Okay.
There is a lot there's a lot of, I don't know if there would be a lot of emotions coming from Dawn, but there are a lot of familiar faces to you as well. I gave you a little synopsis.
Yeah.
Kind of you know who and where, but you should know now that they're like who they are. I meant to mention that, and I didn't think about it, and then I was like, oh well, it's not retconning if it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So now that everything is kind of starting to be set out, is anybody doing anything specific? Is anybody looking is anybody wanting to, like, what is everybody thinking? What is everybody feeling? What's kind of like the objective for everybody here now that everything is literally and metaphorically out on the table?
What was it exactly that we were doing with the guards initially? We kind of got it sorted. What did they say? How were they going to help us again? That's what I forgot.
Oh, yes. I forgot about this. The guards deal with missing people. So they specifically cold cases. So they were transfers to Ustrea from Caldera to essentially work on like any missing persons cases that ran cold. So you can see them as like you're kind of sifling through the files. I can't remember if you guys decided to take all of the files where you could, or just ones that you knew for sure were people that you knew. But I know that there were a lot of dead bodies as well, so I didn't know where everybody was on that.
Bunny, I don't know about the others, but Bunny specifically did not take any of the posters. She wrote down all of the names of all the posters and marked which ones look like what she can remember of the dead in the kobold encampment. So she knows which names, and if there was an address to like contact, she also wrote that down as well.
Okay.
But she didn't take any of the posters.
I got you. I know Vodraka handed a bunch of files over to Dawn and Snap. I don't know where y'all were wanting to go with that. I don't know if like you guys were taking it or doing the same thing as Bunny. I don't know if that was
do that, what she did.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of stuff. I'm gonna give you a little bit of stuff.
You're gonna hate me.
Okay, what's up?
I can be literally like right back in 3 seconds, but I really want to go get a blanket.
You're good.
Fair.
Go for it. I'm gonna talk to everybody else.
Okay, I'm going.
Go for it.
I'll be fast.
So specifically, Bunny, Thing, and Seenie. I'm gonna recount a little bit of what you guys saw when you were looking at some of like the files, and then I'll go to Snap and Dawn.
Okay.
So you saw a bunch of posters, old and new. I know this is going over stuff from last session, but I'll go over it again. So you saw stuff old and new, but like it was weird. Some of it ranged from like a few weeks ago, a few months ago, to 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 25 years. Like, and like obviously, you know in your head, Shawai is a big country. Like it's a big continent. But it's weird that out of all of this time, if people put out feelers, that none of these people have been found yet. Especially the ones that have been missing for... Oh, hello.
Echo.
Who's that echo from?
It was probably me.
Oh.
My
Yeah,
headphones
it's fixed now,
came
so-
unplugged.
Oh no. It happens. Don't worry.
Seems good now, so.
Yeah, no, we're good. But yeah, so it was just, I feel like it was weird for you guys to notice that like Like, what was it? Tusks, the Luxodon, missing for 10 years. They were 7 when they disappeared. There's one, there was one that was, let's see. Oh, is it? I had a name I wanted to drop. Let's see. I think it was. Yeah, okay. So, there was one, it was a halfling, missing for about 15 years.
Long fucking time for a halfling.
I know, long fucking time for a halfling. Missing for about 15 years. And it, the name on it, when Bunny or Thing or whoever wrote it down, was, Percy Soft Song. And, it was, it looked like, he had a lot of, signs put up over the years, but the oldest one that you found was at least 15 years. There was, on that one too, you notice that it also said, I'm just lore dropping at this point because I want to, because I like it. I like it. Plus I want to add intrigue, but it also said, if found, return to Soft Song Farms, and the address is close to Silver Moon. So, it's not a person that you guys recognize, but you can tell that there is more. there are weird things going on.
Repeat the name one more time.
The name was Percy Soft Song. They are a halfling.
Yep.
Disappeared about 15 years ago. For Alyssa and I guess Dawn. For Dawn and Snap, when Vodraka gave you the files for you to kind of stifle through of all like cold cases of just like people around, you also got a couple of names. You got one for let's see. You got one for Lenora Howell, Zim and or Bunny. Well, Zim, that player brain. Player Zim should know about that. And then
no.
Yeah. The at least the last name should sound familiar. And then there was another. I had a bunch of them written down, so I'm kind of going through that. Sorry. Okay. There are a few that were that have disappeared. There's a young Triton named Ripple, and a young Triton named
cute.
Coral. Both of which disappeared probably about 20 years ago. So, as you were rifling through, kind of finding stuff for like some of the refugees, like you found some that were even older in date. So I just wanted you guys to keep that in mind.
So these ones that you're mentioning that are of note, they're ones that we recognize?
They are not ones that you recognize. I
Okay.
just wanted to bring up like weird things for you guys to kind of keep in the back of your noggins. Sorry if that's too much, but I wanted
No,
to
it's
do
not.
that now before any craziness. But yeah, you guys have your lists of like both deceased and living members that you would probably know, at least that come from Ustrea or the surrounding areas. Belladonna not only has a list of people and locations that she can take people to, but can also notify the deceased. And she did start to, I think, last session as well.
We
Okay.
notified the people in Ustrea.
Oh, you did notify the people in Australia. Yes, you're right. Okay.
That had missing folk.
Okay, well that's perfect. There we go. Okay, so that awesome. Other than that, I think we've been brought up to speed. Kind of on everything. How is the party kind of doing now that you guys have reconvened and have like started setting up stuff for like your plans or whatever you plan on doing?
So, I guess as it stands, we've already notified the deceased people's families and stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I
At least in
guess
Australia.
we did what we were wanting to do with like, looking at if there were any missing people we would recognize.
Yeah.
And then, shoot, I guess. Is it nighttime?
It's
I
evening.
wanted to ask that. Okay. Good
I have-
to know.
I have kind of a self-serving question.
Yeah, absolutely.
In our hunt,
Mm-hmm.
did I find any missing posters for me?
I would say you would see one for you at least every other sign. So it looks like there's effort.
I would have, sort of going back in time a little bit, I would have at least tried, before Thing and Sini saw them, I would have tried to snatch the posters down of myself
Okay.
as I see them.
Cool.
Honestly, even if Thing did see Bunny do this, Thing would, like, just kind of understand and let it go and not say anything about it, so...
Yeah.
Cini would be on a pretty similar train of thought. I think Cini would be fairly attentive of Bunny. But
How much does Cini know about Bunny's past? Because that was a Thing and Bunny conversation for the most part, wasn't it?
I don't think Cini knows much, but I think she would make note that she's like tearing down these posters and not saying anything. Because like Cini's
Yeah.
not like
If Cini saw it to begin with.
if she even saw it to begin with. But like
Is that something we need to roll, or does it matter much?
It doesn't matter unless you wanted to confront Bunny about it.
Cini
Yeah.
wouldn't. She
Yeah.
wouldn't want to like. She's already been so stressed. Cini wouldn't want to like push her buttons anymore.
Could just be one of those things that we wing, like if it comes up like in conversation later, Cini can be like, oh, I was wondering
Yeah.
why you're tearing those posters down, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't,
I
then
mean-
Cini didn't see it, whatever.
Sini doesn't know about the original missing poster
No.
for Bunny, so it would be like weird that there are missing posters of this child,
True.
but
Cini might just think that
Wait, if we're with the
Christmas
guards
is
right
dead.
now, would the guards not notice that there's a missing person with us? Aren't they like experts on missing people? You just
Oh
said.
yeah, cold cases specifically.
Yeah, oh yeah, cold cases for sure. I mean, they're a little
Guard's not-
perturbed, but I mean,
They don't care.
they also have the name Bellamy Nietzsche. So if there's a Nietzsche kid running around being like, "Oh no, meh," I don't think they'll bat an eye. I was like, they do with
Okay.
Caldera,
Um,
like, done.
No offense, they're not very good at their job in this case.
To be fair, they also
I was also
are
gonna
like,
ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I couldn't remember. Did we have the like conversation about my father and everything? We kind of did.
A little.
We brought up the yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it if nobody brings it up. So for now, I'm just gonna be like, I'll bite my
Kind of been having
time.
other things going on, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Nobody's confronted it. Also,
No,
Thing didn't hear
no,
it,
it's
or
totally
Bunny, I
fine.
think.
I'm trying to remember what had happened. I should have listened to the end of the last session, but
It's okay. It happens.
I'm gonna be like, so, Sini and Thing, aren't you both more people missing in these camps?
A little bit. I mean, yes.
What do you mean a little bit? Yes, we do.
People I was less close to, but still people.
Oh, they
I
stay.
say.
Gotcha. Okay.
People who were
So-
like family to me still.
Are we going after them?
I would like to, even if they weren't my people. I don't think anybody should be wrongfully imprisoned, you know? Well, kidnapped.
It's my mission to stay out here until we return everyone home.
It's important. You should know that we are all in some danger now that my father is coming after us, so bear that in mind, or at least that I don't know if he's coming after us, he just probably is. I mean...
What's going on with your father?
If he knows where I am, he's gonna be trying to find me. It's a lot to explain. He wants me with him. For reasons that are complicated. We just need to lay low. Stay away from Caldera if we can. It's hard to explain.
If he does find us, what kind of danger are we in? Will it come to blows, or?
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, if we try to resist, it absolutely would. Employs mercenaries and bad people work with him. He is a bad person. It's really hard to talk about, but yeah, if he found us, it would be really fucking bad.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yes. I can tell you more after I have a discussion with Zerjot on the situation. Personally, I have no idea what's going on with my father. I haven't talked to him in 8 years. But I know the last time I spoke to him it wasn't good. He's a fucking evil man. And I wouldn't want harm to come to any of you because of me. He operates out of a city called Caldera. I'd say we stay away from there for now. Just try to stay out of the light.
I mean, if we don't have a reason to go there, then I guess there's nothing to worry about with that, right? I mean, I don't know if any of our missing peoples are from there, though, so that makes things a little bit more complicated. But...
Yeah, it does. I'm concerned that those kobolds seem to know about me. Might mean that he's actively searching for me, and I mean, I just hope none of that gets back to him somehow about my location. But I just wanted to make sure that you all knew, and keep your guard up. Anyone who might seem shifty or underhanded, I wouldn't trust anyone strange for now. I've known good people who have thrown their lives away because he tricked them into working for him, or he offered them an exorbitant sum of money. He's a trickster, so I'd just be careful.
Right.
What if we did go to Caldera? What if we confronted him directly?
I don't think that would go well at all. He would hurt you. I'm certain of it. I can't go near him. All he wants is to lock me up.
I mean, is there any possibility of negotiating with this person?
No, I tried negotiating with him. Doesn't work out well. I mean, there's nothing to negotiate. He's not going to come to any sort of agreement or compromise. He wants everything to go his way. There's no negotiation to be had, only riches for him. However it could benefit him. And
Okay.
if other people get caught in the crossfire, then it means nothing to him. My goal is to stay as far away from him as possible.
I understand that. So, what are our next steps? Do we continue on this track of hunting these kobolds, or?
Well, I suppose they're linked to this Aesaith that seems to be a huge issue.
Yeah.
I don't know if they... My father also seems to be linked to the Aesaith, which is worrisome.
At this point, Jot will kind of speak up. And he was like, who knows if I'll get the voice right? I never do. I've already heard that you've taken out some of the Crimson Claws, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have done that.
Now, I don't know how much has changed. I haven't been in this for long. I was in it long enough to realize that Demetrius isn't the best person to work for, even if you need money. But I did find out that while there are other factions of Crimson Claws, they're not like the ones found in the Aesaith. Now, I don't know how many factions there are, but from what I know, there's at least the one.
So, who the fuck are the Aesaith? Can we get to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what any of that means. I just keep hearing that word. kind of just ignored it this long, but I can't, deny I'm a little curious.
That's
I was
fair.
hoping maybe one of you guys just knew and,
No,
Hmm.
no, I don't.
No.
I kind of like one of you now. I don't know.
No.
no.
The
Okay, good to know we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Maybe bad.
I didn't know about the Aesaith myself, but once I started working for Demetrius, it was kind of downhill from there. From what I know, the Aesaith is, or at least they were people who took care of the West. Um, they carried that stone that the lady was looking for, whatever her name was. They used that during the war. That's how Ustrea got free, and they were known throughout the East to be the best people. Now, somehow, not only Demetrius, but the Crimson Claws and the other beneficiaries, they have started uh, a new uprising of the Aesaith, which is so stupid. Their main goal is power. Any sort of form, fashion, anything like that. It's just power. They want to get their hands on that stone because it can level cities. If they can level out the entire East, then it's their land to do as they will.
Well, that's not good.
No, that's not.
Yeah, that's why the moment I found out I left. Well, I took the mission
Yeah.
to find you, Don, and tell you, because I figured you would want to know.
Yeah, nice to know.
Yeah, I'm
So these are all kobolds. These people that want to join the Aesaith.
at least the Crimson Claws, technically yes, but other kobolds, from my knowledge, there are like brown factions, orange factions of Crimson Claws who are very passive. Um, they're all closer to like Teskill. I think there are some out in like Wimborne in places like that.
Right.
So they're
So. Fuck. What does my father have to do with the Aesaith?
the
I
same
don't know what he
thing.
would want with a kobold clan.
The same thing.
Like
Any
kobolds or something?
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
is it just that kobolds are very, eager to please who they're loyal to?
it might be that. It might be that they're sheer
He
in
wants the stone. I gather.
Yeah. Having kobolds will mean he has an army to traverse the entire west or the entire east to search
Wait,
for
so
it.
what's the point of kidnapping people? That just seems like extra effort for no reason.
They're not. They're not exactly the smartest.
Belladonna chimes in and she's like, well, if I remember correctly, they said it was to prove a point, like whatever her name was, like did it just to prove that they're all so powerful. I don't know. It was. I agree when you said this.
We fought them and. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say though?
I was just gonna say we fought them and decimated their ranks. They're clearly not the best strategists.
No,
Well-
they're not very smart. Yeah.
Some of them can be quite crafty, I will say.
Jolt is like, oh, believe me, I know. They
So. Do you think he knows where I am?
right now, no, but if he has people like me kind of scouring all of the cities. It's possible that he could find you easily. Um, I mean, I left too, so he's looking for me as well. I've been laying as low as I can.
What were you doing working for him? What did he even do?
It. I was out of a job, and I was.
Yeah.
I was out of a job, and I was just so mad. Not.
What did you say?
He said that he was mad.
Oh, mad.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was mad. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay, I was about to respond.
Yeah, no, you're good. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute. What's up?
So you're still on D&D?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't start till like an hour ago. Oh? Yeah. It was for some people. Gotcha.
No more DM.
Okay.
Why did he mute?
What's up?
I'm not sure what he's doing. He
Huh?
just said be a second, and then he said he's muting.
Demetrius got him.
I had to do something. Okay. Zim, you take over.
Oh yeah, Zim, you're the new DM.
Ah!
Champions, let's go. Alyssa gets cameo.
Not Alyssa getting a cameo in my game.
No, in Champions.
Oh, in Champions. I was like, Alyssa's not allowed a cameo in my game, even though.
Dang, what Alyssa do to you?
Like the
Nothing. Alyssa's
the
playing
real life
God.
Alyssa is gonna show up.
Oh yeah, the real life Alyssa is just gonna waltz in, being like, "Hello." No, sorry,
Why did
my
Georgia?
mom walked in and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Ah." Scary.
Fair.
Ah. So, just out, jump scare. No, but she's taking my dog out. Not my dog, her dog.
From California.
But I'm gonna wait. Cause she's like asking me questions. What are you doing? What do you want? Oh, you're getting a treat. Okay. What was Dawn gonna say though?
You finished talking first. You sound like you were saying something important.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be honest.
You said he was so mad.
Oh yeah.
I asked you why you would start working for.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was like, I was so mad, and not at you, but just at I guess life. If that makes sense. Stupid, I know. But I thought that making some spare change, money, gold, whatever, working for him would work, or at least be of some benefit. Didn't know I was essentially sending my life away, but
Yeah,
here we
Well-
are.
the best idea.
No, it wasn't. I'll, yeah. But
How long were you working with him?
not, about a year.
Yeah.
Mm.
It took you that long?
It was a just take the requests and ask questions later type of deal. Started getting weird
That's
when I
all
had to
you.
kill people, so
Yeah.
I thought it was
Not
just going to be like
nicest
the
employer.
no, not at all. I thought it was going to be like the what was it called? The Harbingers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was
No,
going to be a little bit
Not
like
like
that.
that at all.
No. So,
Did you know he was my father?
not at first, but I feel like once you hear I am Demetrius Wormwood, you kind of get the hint.
Yeah, I guess you do.
But
What now? Do I just run?
eh,
I guess I just lay low, like I said.
lay low for a little bit. If we can get, if we can build up our, or I don't know how well you guys have been working together, but if you uh, build up a little bit of teamwork, companionship, I guess whatever, we might be able to come out on top. I don't know. I'm not used to all this friendship.
Teamwork?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Me neither. How much danger do you think we're in? Do we need... How recently did he send you after me?
um, the it was when I first made contact. So probably
Right.
about a week and a half ago.
Right. Well, he's gonna fucking hate you too now, so...
That's why I've been laying low.
I might wanna lay low too.
Yeah, that's it's been my goal. I've been trying to gather information, and I was hoping we would meet at the rendezvous point in, I believe it was the skills, what I said. So I was hoping we
Yes,
would meet there,
we
but
got
you didn't show
distracted.
up. And I can see that you took out the Crimson Claws, which is good. That's another faction that is down. They're gonna have a significant power vacuum, so that's going to be probably a little hard to fill, at least for the time being. If we can strike at maybe when the resources are low, we might have a chance, but I don't know if we're ready for that.
No, we're not. We're all a little haggard after the fight.
Yeah, I can see that.
I might be speaking out of turn here, but I'm not sure if laying low, hiding is the best option. We still have
What
work to
option do
do.
we have?
We still have work to do. If we're gonna go after Sani
I mean,
and Thing's family, if we're gonna
No.
try and gather intel on the Aesaith, we need to
We
keep
absolutely
moving.
can. I'm just saying, when we're in the cities, I mean, we need to be careful. Try to avoid giving out your name. Travel under shadow.
The only thing I
We
worry
can't
about is
afford
that,
to...
you know,
Go ahead.
Snap's sort of backstory, whatever you want to call it, their
Right.
troubles caught up to them, and I worry that it's gonna be a repeating pattern, I guess. I worry that, you know, running from
They
something
don't...
is going to end up in
Yeah.
a similar bad situation as well. I don't know what a better option would be, so don't.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I
It's
can't
just a worry.
run to... I can't fight him. I'm not strong enough for that. It's the things that I've seen him do to people. I don't want to happen to all of you. Maybe we can take him down in the shadows. Just a full frontal attack. I don't think it would work, and frankly, I really don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
My thing is, right, you keep saying I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. I can't fight him. But it wouldn't just be you. All of us would be behind
It
you.
wouldn't...
And we've garnered
know.
a good number of allies.
It's not that I don't trust you, but I don't want you all risking your lives for this. Listen, if we have to face off against him, fine, but we have to be smart about it. And for now, I think the best way might just be to at least be stealthy about our attacks. Let's be smart about
We
it, but
should definitely plan for worst case scenario, but I don't think we should just show up at his
Yes.
front door either.
no,
But, you know,
I
we
don't
need
know
to
what
be
will
aware that
happen.
we might be found. Or, I guess you might be found and we'll be with you, but whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it. We might run into him.
I have no doubt that you all would be behind me, but I don't want you getting hurt on my account either. He's a very powerful man, I can't stress it enough. He's already hurt me a lot, and frankly, I don't want to go through that again. And nor do I want you all to.
So, we go after the supply chains. We
Sure.
strike. We go after the supply chains. If they don't have resources, then maybe they'll be willing to bargain. Not Demetrius, but lower
Yes.
level eyes and things like that.
Sure.
If we can, I don't know. We need information.
The only problem I see with this idea is the fact that if we attack the supply chains, someone on the Aesaith is going to find out, even if it's not him.
Listen, if he comes to find me, fine. I'll face him. I just don't want to run into his lap.
I mean, we have to do
Now,
something.
Yes, I agree with Bunny. For now, let's just strike at the limbs of the operation. Supply chains.
So, kind of just take it
The
down one
kobold
by one
factions.
instead of all at once.
Yeah.
Yes, from
Yeah.
the shadows, as I said.
Also, if they're employing a bunch of people, we need to find out where the money is coming from. If they have Crimson Claw factions, if they have their hands in businesses, the casino, there has to be a money trail. If we can
Well,
find that,
I
we
mean-
can shut it down. And
The
That-
money trail, unfortunately, might lead straight to the fucking casino. The casino is... It's more than just a casino. There's a lot of
It's
money laundering, a lot of drug operations. It's possible he's funding the Aesaith. Go ahead. Interrupted thing.
Oh, I was just saying, oh, is it a front? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's a front.
Yeah.
That's all
That
Yeah.
is essentially what it is. He has been working night and day. I mean, he had. He's had people all over, like indebted to him. I was essentially like the hit person. Like,
To
Do
me,
you-
it sounds... Oh, go ahead.
do you know if he has any connections to any of the noble houses or businesses? Like, does he have his hands in like taverns or anything like that?
I can answer that. I mean, he absolutely does. It would be a matter of getting a hold of the ledgers. But I don't know how to do that without going to Caldera.
yeah.
Unless Zerjot has friends in the... It's unlikely. People don't turn against him without a price.
No.
That's why it's so
Well-
hard to gain information.
The only thing I know is that Vod and Ryloth over here, they're from Caldera. Um, but I mean, I can essentially tell you that, or at least to my knowledge, he owns all of Caldera. Anything that goes into the city, he'll own. Any income
How
is
recently
his.
were they stationed? Sorry.
Uh,
What?
oh, for like just like vote in Ryloth? Is that a me or a Jot question?
Jot. I was gonna say, how recently were they transferred to Estrella?
Um, not long ago. Probably uh, ooh, about 2 weeks ago. Is when they were transferred. They've been. I'm sure they told you they deal with missing people's like cases that ran cold.
Yes.
Um,
Shit, I just realised we've been saying all of this in front of them. You two better not be fucking dirty cops.
Vodraka is like, no need to worry about us. I promise. I. Wait, I'm sorry. You said that you were Demetrius's kid, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen you around.
The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, I've seen you around. You were. I mean, I was. I was there with Ryloth, and a few other guard friends when you were performing. Like, first of all, you were great.
Oh, thanks.
Great voice, everything. I'm sure. I hope you got paid. But
I didn't. Thanks.
that, would not surprise me. We barely got paid scraps, which is why I hope we would transfer over this way to actually get paid something. We've been.
Yeah, I mean, I recall you. It's coming back to me now. And 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, you were in the guard. He fucking pays off the guard. You must...
Yep.
You must know something.
Anything. That's stupid. Just that's stupid. No, everything that. Let's just say this. I actually gave a shit about how crime worked in the guard. I'm not.
You're in the minority.
Yeah, surprising. I'm not one of those layabout sons of bitches. I don't care.
Donut guards.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. I don't know, care. Like, I mean, I guess that's why I worked my way up in a sense. After a while, I, kept my head down, but I became the head general of Caldera's Guard. Still getting paid pennies, not as much as some of the, lower standing grunts that would just sit there scratching their ass, but
Not much else to do in Caldera.
No, you're right. Honestly, I was
You like
hoping for a
drugs.
slip
Then
up.
there's a lot to do.
Yeah, I was honestly hoping for a slip up of some sort from him, Demetrius, to see if maybe we could bag him, but then all of Caldera would be, in shambles and legal battles, and I'm sure he would just kill me to shut me up. So,
I have a question.
yes.
Is Caldera a religious city at all? Are there any temples, churches?
So, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead if you want to answer that.
I mean, I kind of pointless me even cutting in here, because ironically, I don't know a whole lot about Caldera. I was locked up a majority of the time I lived there in the casino. I don't really know why. I mean, I guess I can guess why he locked me up. But I don't know a lot about the city other than that he runs it.
I mean, there's not like a main temple or anything. I'm sure there are small congregations, but I mean that's not anything new.
In the last 6 years, 7 maybe, has there been a temple to Joaquin established in Caldera?
Um, yes. I would say probably about 4 years ago.
I asked you a question in the private chat.
Yeah, what's up?
Put private.
Okay.
Was the name Nietzsche attached in any way to that temple? Would you know that?
I mean, they would have to go through, well, us and a few other people, to get everything settled. I think there was a Nietzsche name. Yes.
Do you think your parents, or no, your parents? I guess I don't know that yet. Did Bunny say that how do I pronounce it?
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Yeah, Mitra?
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Did Bunny say that the Nietzsches were her family?
I think
Yeah.
she poured her heart to you and things specifically.
Yeah, you guys specifically know.
I said, okay, I'm gonna say, would the Nietzsches be able to give us any information on this? I mean, I don't know what your standing with them is right now. Context clues wise, it seems like it's not great.
If my family established a temple or funded one in Caldera, there's a pretty good likelihood that my parents are in cahoots with Demetrius.
Fantastic. Would they be willing to help us?
Probably not.
Okay.
They are, I mean, we kind of already know, but my family, they pretty much own all of the guilds in Ustrea. They have their hands in all of the businesses.
Gotcha.
I had a suspicion, but now hearing that my family has established a temple in Caldera, I'm almost certain that that's where the Aesaith and your father and the Crimson Claw are getting all of that money.
Alright. I suppose that would help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, do you know anyone that, maybe allies that you were, that you got to know while you were still with your family? Servants, people who would know things. Do you have any allies?
VM, would I?
To your knowledge, no.
I'm gonna go piss whenever I can.
Okay.
I really have to piss.
Can
I
go?
Yeah, go now.
wait,
I also
talk
have to
amongst
piss.
yourselves?
Go
Piss
quickly.
time.
Why
Oh.
don't you like the kneaded eraser?
I don't know. I struggle to use them, but I'll try it.
Well, they don't run down, so
I know.
it also doesn't destroy the paper as much.
I'll try. Anyways, I have to piss. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. just noticed you burn through erasers.
You know, because I make so many mistakes.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, like, needed erasers. They don't burn down as quickly.
I just wanted to make the machine look good.
Sorry, Nat's been drawing next to me, and we didn't want to talk over the D&D, so I've just been, like, miming to Nat.
No, you're good. I'm glad Jot's back, y'all. I'm so excited.
Zojat.
Zojat.
I'm excited to finally know more about him, because, like, you guys talk about, or you and Alyssa talk about him a decent amount. I don't know anything about him.
I love him. I love him. He's kind of a bitch.
That's okay, we all are.
Yeah.
He's like a bitch in the most loving way.
Buddy was real down on some money. He was just like, yeah, I was just the hitman. LOL. Haha.
I mean, he worked at a, like, at least to your knowledge, he worked at a guild with, beforehand, so.
Okay.
Keep eating stuff that's really bad for my IC.
Mood.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, to answer Bunny's, or to answer Dawn's question, no,
What?
I mean,
Okay, they're 100% not supposed to be in Timberly's room at night. Was it
guys,
Chase and Trey or just Trey? Trey has different rules. I'll text mom.
Well, like, I'm 90% sure. Regardless, I saw a child standing, so, like, no good. No bueno.
Are y'all okay?
Kinda good. I don't know. How many languages I have to say it, but bad.
What?
I don't know. I'm just rambling.
You're bad.
What are y'all talking about?
Children breaking rules.
Rule
The
breakers.
children broke glass today.
Oh,
God.
Are y'all in Kai's house right now?
Yeah, we've
My
been.
mom's, yeah.
Well, I've been here. Ty's been here. a
Nat's
while.
been here for a month because we've been trying to
on the house.
repair my
Moving
mom's
in, yeah.
trailer house to move into. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Did I
valid.
show y'all? Yeah, everyone's back. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh
Sorry,
no! Did
Nat.
y'all not notice? It was comical. Zim started trying to roleplay, and then y'all were like, "Oh, are the kids here?" I'll go ask mom. I couldn't figure out what y'all were talking about, but it was funny.
Ah,
Sorry.
it's fine. Okay, to answer Dawn's question. Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry.
I was
Every
just
time
telling
I.
Nat I was just telling Nat I texted mom. That's all I was gonna
You
say.
told the whole chat. You told chat.
I'm sorry.
Every time
okay.
I try to start, someone interrupts me.
I don't care. I think Zim might rip your head off, though.
I was talking
No.
to you. It's not my fault my mic is so good.
I know, right?
Okay. To answer Dawn's question. No, most of the time when I was little, I was, sort of the black sheep of the family, so I don't know very much.
Right, so we both know nothing. Fantastic. So
Pretty
I
much.
guess all we can do is off their arms and legs. Proverbially, not literally. So
A bit drastic, don't you think?
yeah, I meant
Well-
metaphorically. Yeah. So this Atophia stone, it sort of seems like that's the center of all of it.
I might have an idea, and nobody's gonna like it.
What's that?
My family established a temple in Caldera, and that's pretty good evidence that they're probably working with Demetrius. They've, to my knowledge, had the reigns in Ustrea. I wasn't aware that they had reigns in any other areas, but if
I'll agree
They're-
to it. Oh, go ahead.
if they're working together, my family and your father, we could go to Caldera. I could flash my name and try and get the ledgers. It would be way better than trying to run around and find random people willing to turn on your father.
I don't know if we would be able to break down my father. This music is cracking me up.
I know. I was just sitting here and I was like,
Blah, 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 blah.
I was like, let's see if I can change it.
So,
I think it's too low down for me.
It's
My-
very silly.
yeah, I was like, my abusive father, and the music was like.
What is this?
The music really said womp womp.
No, for real.
Sini's trying so hard not to go womp womp, just kill him.
No,
I think
I
we get
know.
our shit wrecked. He's been
Yeah.
alive a lot longer than
exactly.
us. Especially
So, I don't think we would be able to break down my father's business. I don't think that should be our goal, because we would have to fight off practically an entire city. I mean, he has the guard in his pocket, and now that... What was the guard's name? What's your name?
Budraka?
Now that Buldroka isn't there anymore, I mean, we're basically fucked.
Right, but
I think... Listen, I mean, I think if we find Tophia Stone before they do, I mean, maybe then we can just end it all together.
right, but we have no leads on it. We don't even know where the supply chains are. We don't know where the stone is. We don't even know who the Aesaith are. If we could get
I'll
into
go to Caldera. On the condition that our goal isn't to go wreck my father's shit, because I think that
No.
would be bad.
I think that's a really bad idea. My thought process is, if we can get into the casino without a fight, if I can flash my name and it's respected there, I might be able to get into the casino and get the ledger and maybe learn some information. I think this should be a recon mission only.
Well,
I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know how he'll react to that name being flashed. It might piss him off. He really doesn't like the idea of people being more powerful than him. I mean, if he has you, he might use that as a way to double-cross them. I mean, he has allies, but they're only just a second. They're only quote-unquote allies. No one is his friend. Go ahead.
Budraka is like, okay, so it looks like everything is leading to Caldera anyways. Right?
Yeah.
With, I mean, not only Bunny, was it? Your last name, the Nietzsche last name, which, as scary as it is, like, I mean, there's so many unknowable, like, there's so many unknowns, but we gotta, I mean, we have that now. I mean, with Demetrius owning all of Caldera, like, that's also another thing. We don't...
How about we start with the temple?
Let's start with the
Would that be
temple,
something?
but I also think I may or may not have some Atafia Stone information.
Well, give it.
Okay.
It also takes us to Caldera. That's why I didn't want to
Okay,
mention
fine.
it, but that's why I was
Oh.
saying everything leads back to Caldera, because we can stop there, get information on the Atafia Stone, get the ledger, maybe see where that leads us. Or see,
Okay,
leads
but
you
what's
guys.
the information that you have?
It's in Caldera. My dad had a... Okay, so... Sorry, I'm a little frazzled. Pregnancy brain. My dad used to tell me a story about the Atafians. About the stone, about the spire. everything. I thought it was just a story until, you know, it started cropping up in history books. But, I mean, if this is a real stone, and the Atafians are real people, and the Aesaith were real before this mess.
So, the Aesaith wrecked the Atorfians' shit. Is that what happened?
No. Not at all.
Okay. The Aesaith were chill, but now they're not.
It's a. I'm gonna go to Jot now. Jot is like, no, it's a completely separate thing. The Atafians, were peaceful, however, a thousand years ago or so, but and the Aesaith, from what I know, and from the little books that your father had, because I feel like he wasn't a big reader.
No.
It was essentially that they made like a pact to like a symbiotic relationship where the Aesaith would use the Atafia stone, and in exchange, the Atafians had additional protection. That's what I get from that.
I guess these people are bringing back an ancient organization. For some reason.
I guess so. Maybe they're misconstruing it. Maybe they thought, oh well, the Aesaith are powerful, so we can be powerful too. I don't know. That sounds
Maybe.
like something your father would say. I don't know.
It does.
But rest assured that the Aesaith were always good people until now.
Interesting. Well, thanks for the history lesson.
Yeah, it was. Your father doesn't have a lot of books, but for some reason he had that and still missed the context.
Yes. I don't think he cares about context.
I don't think he cares about many things.
I agree.
So
I guess our next stop is Caldera.
If we're going to follow the temple, I'm gonna need a change of clothes.
How so?
what
if
would you
I'm gonna-
need?
If I'm gonna pass as a Nietzsche, I have to look like one.
Okay. I have a disguise kit. If that helps.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably do too. I don't know if it would fit you though.
Well,
And well, no, my costume definitely won't fit you.
more so like noble, like high noble clothes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have some gold between us. I'm sure we could afford something.
Bertha
Yeah.
chimes in and she's like, well, I do know a few places that you can check out. There's there's one in Ustraya here, but I don't know how good of a tailor they are with them fancy clothes. You could though try Sacred Keep. I know they have a good tailor if you want to head down that way.
Is that here? In Ustraya?
Mm-mm. Sacred Keep
Okay.
would have been. Actually, I'm gonna go into DM mode. DM mode. Sacred Keep would have been on your way down to Silver Moon.
Okay.
It's where it's where Bunny got her little bow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is Caldera?
Caldera is this an in-game question?
I'm trying to
just-
find it on the map.
Oh, trying to find it on the map. Caldera is northeast of you guys.
I'm not
How
seeing it on the.
far?
I'm not seeing it on this map.
Let me see. Let me go to notes.
The only map I see is like a really small map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's not labeled yet on this one because it was a while ago. On the map, where it says like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, whatever. Sacred Keep is to the south. Caldera is that little dot right in between Teskill and Ofray.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's there.
The one that's on like the other side of whatever this is, the brown.
What brown?
Wait.
It's like, so Teskel, Ofray, and Ustrea make like a triangle. It's like in the middle of that triangle.
Yeah.
It's just a little
Okay.
pencil.
I don't know if I'm looking at the right map.
Yeah, it's the one that says like day 1, day 2, day 3. It's like, hold on, I'll reply to
You
it.
can do. No.
Reply. Dis.
I know geography pretty well, so
Yeah, you'll be able to get there. If
Yeah.
Bunny marks it on our map,
I see it.
there's no problem. And I mean,
Ooh.
obviously you have Belladonna
Yeah.
as a ride if need be.
The one that's closer to Ustrea than it is. Right?
Let me say it again.
hold on.
No.
The one
It's-
at the top?
It's the
Okay,
one at the
the
top,
one at the top.
closer to Teskill and
I see
Ofray
it.
than Ustrea.
I see.
But it is in that like triangle. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do still have Belladonna to help you guys travel if need be.
Yeah. If we go to that, alright.
Unless you guys.
Well, then I guess we have some shopping to do.
Is that the right one?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if going to Sacred Keep and then back up is a good option. But
Oh, we have Belladonna.
Yeah, I can take you there if you need it.
okay, I just
Do we want to go now? Is my question because
Well,
I mean, it's getting
it's
dark.
the evening.
yeah,
Oh, is it?
and you
okay.
guys can rest up if you need to while we travel.
Yeah. I guess we should do that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that, and then I'll head out and see whatever you guys need. I'll try to get some of the other places acclimated to deaths in the villages and the missing people and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I'll go check up on Arpy and Sock for you as well, Snap. See kind of how they're doing. And I'll start taking bodies to families and seeing burial rites. Anything that you need me to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I
Where
mean,
do you get the time to do all this helping people stuff?
I'm a very busy person, but I'm also self-employed. So I can really do whatever I need to. Even though I do have like clients to meet, and I know kind of in general when people are needing me. Um, it's not an exact like magic or science or anything like that. I know how long it takes for stock to run out and things to be used. So I try to circle back when I can to help people out.
Yeah.
So I'll get everything ready for you guys. Maybe take some maybe get some tea prepped so you guys can rest and relax and kind of focus before we get there. And then if you need me to, I can stay kind of hovering around Caldera, just in case you need a quick out.
Okay.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully we get in, we get out with no issues, but
I don't know, I get the feeling we might run into some kinks. So
I
Yeah.
think it'd be best to be
The
on the
getaway-
safe side no matter what.
yeah.
of course, the getaway house I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
okay. Well, I'll go get everything set up. If you guys need to collect yourselves, get anything that you need. Are we taking I guess that's Zerjat, is that your name? And then the two guards, are we taking them as well? Do we need a little bit of extra room for them? I can make accommodations.
God.
They know Caldera. It probably wouldn't be the
I know.
worst idea. I
It's
defer to
just traveling
Dawn.
and- I agree that we need the help with the information, but traveling with such a big group in Caldera might draw some unwanted attention.
Yeah, but splitting
um,
it could also be dangerous.
Vodraka kind of chimes in and she's like, well, I mean, if anything, I can play dumb and I mean, I can use this pregnancy to my advantage. I can essentially say if they catch me alone in Ryloth, we can just say that we thought that our transfer didn't happen until later and we've just been kind of around town. I mean, we can make our
I don't
own.
know if they'll fall for that. But
I-
what is it exactly that you need to show us?
It's
Is
in
it
my dad's
something
house.
that we could...
It's I can give you the address
Oh.
for it. It's it was it was gonna be our house. I still think it is. I don't know how deeds and wills work, but yeah, I was thinking, before we transferred that it could be our, forever home. But I can give you the key or whatever you need for it. And there's a little children's story, and then inside of the children's story is a little locket. That might be able to help you guys whatever you need.
Yeah.
And then you can help yourself to any food in the house, or I don't know.
Is your father there?
No, he
Okay.
he passed.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
It's okay. It's it was bound to happen.
Right.
Right. But yeah, it's the place is yours. If you need to hole up there too, you can. Just make sure you keep the lights off. I'm sure nobody will come looking unless, And if so, you could say that we rented the house out to you guys. I don't know.
Well, if we're going to the temple, I could just say that I'm from a temple here in Australia, and I've been sent to collect your things.
Yeah.
So, if you go throwing your name around, is there a possibility that your family is going to come after you?
Honestly, I don't know.
Do you think they're still, looking for you, at least actively at all, or
They
I'm sure a
left
lot of it was more safe facey, but
they left me for dead in the woods, so I doubt it. I don't know, they might they might try and tie up loose ends, but
Maybe.
That's what I was concerned about.
they're not.
I guess.
I don't know if they would hurt you, any of you. I don't think they would, but
if we're lucky, they don't care about you at all. Well, not lucky for you. I just mean in the sense of they don't
Damn.
hunt anybody down because they hear your name. That's not what I meant.
No, I get what you're
no, you're right. If we're lucky, they won't care.
saying.
It seems like you found better people for you anyways.
I have.
Yeah.
If they try to come back in your life now, even in a genuine way, they're still scumbags. So.
Stuffy rich people. Who needs them?
Well, Jot chimes in. I don't know if it's wanted, or if you guys care, but if push comes to shove, and Dawn ends up having to face her father, I'm not gonna let her do it alone. Not to say that you wouldn't, but I feel like someone who also knows him, it would be stupid not to come.
If he comes after us, I have a few ways to slow him down, at least. Keep him in place.
Yeah. And I'll be in the shadows, whatever you need. I'm sure I can bust a couple of chops.
I'm sure you could. You're a scrappy kitten.
Thanks.
Oh.
You're welcome. I mean, in a lot of ways, I guess, I don't know about his outreach in the cities, what he does outside of what I've seen at the casino. It's been so long since I've seen him. He's sort of grown into a monster. My memories, he almost seems like I made him up. It's hard for me to imagine facing him. It's kind of like imagining facing monsters from your nightmares. It doesn't seem real.
Unfortunately, the real monster is the scariest one.
Yeah.
True.
Hey, do any of you have an ability to talk to people without
I know exactly what you mean.
talking to people or sending letters? Like, can you, like, speak in somebody else's head?
I cannot do that.
I don't know any magic.
I shoot arrows.
I just kind of bunch and ask questions later.
Bella?
I don't
Dragon
believe
has
I have
magic, I
anything.
think.
Oh, fuck. You know, I probably could have had that that spell if I hadn't decided I wanted Zone of Truth so that I could interrogate Snapdragon.
Cantrips. What do you got there?
Huh?
Is that not cantrips that I'm looking at right now?
These are first level.
Oh, my bad. You got some. You do have spells then.
Yeah, but they're just not helpful.
I think it's
Snap.
a
You
third
have
level-
disguise
second
self. We
level.
were just talking about. I'm gonna kill you.
I can't
second level
disguise
spell.
Bunny.
Why not?
It's self.
Self. It's
You
have
target
you can
self.
only
Damn.
you can only disguise
I
yourself.
have a
Damn.
disguise
Okay.
kit. I can disguise with my disguise
That's why I
kit.
didn't bring it up. I know I had disguise self.
Gotcha. Well, I was
Um,
thinking.
herself.
I don't know if
so
there's
that-
I
another
genuinely don't
spell
remember
or
what I
something,
have,
but
and I can't check.
you can't check. Okay, well, Owen can
Um,
check for you.
Yeah, I can
yeah,
check.
Owen can check.
I don't think I do.
Belladonna cannot.
I'm pretty certain I don't.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I was gonna suggest maybe talking to my parents and seeing what the relationship is, but I can't talk to them. I don't have that ability, and I would really rather not go to my parents' house. I don't think that would be received very well.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I
And-
guess. Go ahead.
Even if someone were, I don't know if I should say this out of game. Because I don't think Dawn knows a lot about spells.
She's a
I would say-
spellcaster. So
Oh, yeah, I guess I am.
I was about to say, what isn't she a spellcaster?
she's
yeah,
a bard.
I am.
I just completely misunderstood what she was.
No, I am. So I will say, even if we were to have that spell, I think it only goes one way.
Maybe
Even
I
if
don't
we
know.
were able to send them that message, we would need a stronger spell in order for them to answer us.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're on our own, and we're in the dark, and we know nothing, which is kind of the theme of this little group.
I mean,
So-
we know some things. We know more than we did when we started, so that's something.
Yeah. So, plan. We go
And
get me some new
sleep.
clothes. We sleep. We go get me some new clothes. And then we go to Caldera. Check out
Right.
Vodraka's home and the temple, and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
I really hope none of my siblings are at that temple.
Should we?
Yeah. Quite a
Oh,
few,
no.
actually.
Oh yeah, I forget
think,
having like a bunch of siblings isn't like a normal thing. In, you know, my birth culture, siblings are just, you know, if anything, we have litters at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, at this point, it's
Not-
kind of a lot of
Not completely. but-
yeah. The
So Jean, did you come in a litter? Sorry.
Well, he is a kitty, so I guess it makes sense. I didn't think of it
Aw.
that far.
yeah, I used to have a bunch of siblings. Sure.
I shouldn't be joking right now. Funny.
Mm.
Do you think that you disguised yourself, they would still buy that you were a Nietzsche?
I mean, I don't know. My missing poster was all over Ustrea, and if they have reach in Caldera now, I don't know. I don't even know if they know who I am, but
Do you have any
I don't
sisters?
know. I do. I have one sister.
Do they look like you?
No,
Wow.
they look more like Dawn, actually. Or she does.
Oh, that's interesting. Would they be pissed if they saw you? Would we be in danger?
My
We don't
brothers.
know, I think.
My brothers, probably. My sister. She might be warmer. I was closer to her than my brothers.
This might be out of pocket, but were they trying to get rid of you because they have so many kids, or did they just be awful parents?
Jesus Christ thing.
Just
No.
curious.
So, my oldest brother, he died, and I was sort of the replacement child for him, I guess. And when I didn't live up to their expectations, and I kind of flick my horn.
Oh,
So.
Jesus, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
They did that to you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
My family is kind of a nightmare too.
So your brothers would hurt you or us if they saw you?
Honestly, I don't know. I was never really close with my brothers. They're a lot older than me. I don't know if they would hurt me, but they would definitely drag me back to our parents, kicking and
That's what
screaming if they
scares
had
me.
to. My sister, she's not as
Hell.
she's not as brainwashed into the family as my brothers are.
I see.
Maybe she'd be willing to help us?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've seen.
I mean, it's a
Well,
long
if
shot.
we're going to the temple and there's a possibility that they would be there, I'd like to maybe put you in some sort of a disguise so that they don't drag you kicking and screaming away. And we don't have to fight them?
I mean, they don't really leave the manor house, as far as I'm aware. I know they used to come into Estrella. I don't know if they would even be in Caldera, but there's a temple to Joaquin here in Estrella. It's one of the bigger ones, I think. They, to my knowledge, established it or funded it or built it. I don't know. The family's also kind of very religious. So they're all crazy. Like actually crazy.
That doesn't surprise me for a Nietzsche's. But to me, they seem pretty hands off. At least from what I see. You would kind of have to be if you own like most, if not all, of the East.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. My parents definitely wouldn't be in Caldera.
Good. One less thing to worry about.
They might. Honestly, I don't know. If any of them are there, my sister is probably going to be the most amenable to us.
Well, while we're in Caldera, let's try to be unassuming. Maybe you could wear some sort of cloak. Might shadow your face a bit. We can try to travel closer to the afternoon so that there's not so many people out.
I totally agree. If the temple is funded by my family, then they might be more willing to talk if I flash my name. That's the only thing.
Of course.
And
Of course.
I don't know. If it comes to that, I still need new clothes to sell it,
Right.
I guess.
Well, then we should probably rest up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shopping episode.
Ooh,
Shopping episode.
That'll be next session.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I
yeah,
can't wait for
everybody.
Finn to try and steal something and then get locked in prison for the second time.
Zim never. Oh wait, what? When did Zim get locked in prison?
What?
Huh?
Who got locked in? Wait, what?
I was saying, remember like the first session where like Thane got, like, for questioning or whatever?
Oh
Not
yeah,
in prison.
that was no. But Bunny was in a well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny was, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Thing is gonna steal something and get sent to prison and
Oh.
be
Yeah.
there for like a second time.
Oh yeah, that's
Not
fair.
prison necessarily, but like, you know, that area.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that was a really fun session. I wanted to lean a little bit heavier with the roleplay for you guys and
Sorry it was like 2 hours late because of Nat and I, but
Sorry,
you know.
guys.
I mean that's
It's
fine.
fine.
I don't mind. I am gonna have to
Frankly,
black
it's
something
probably
out
3 hours
because yeah, I am gonna have to black something out because there was something that popped up that I realized that was on the recording that I was like, oh, y'all aren't supposed to know that.
Oh. Yeah, that's the
Valid.
only thing I don't like about recording is that everybody can see like anything on my character sheet if somebody was to rewatch it, but also my character sheets are pretty vague anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's more for Belladonna because I had to check Belladonna's sheet, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, especially because I want to keep up the mystery of Belladonna, and I like her a lot.
Yeah.
That's so fair.
I was like, she is going to be like, I'm sure she's gonna be a character that like can fully round out in a campaign, but I want her to be in like, you know, a bunch of different campaigns.
That's fair.
You know, essentially helping you guys, like not like guiding you, but like.
Can't believe
Yeah.
no one has sending. What the fuck?
No, for real.
I'm not a magic user.
I was like, I think Belladonna's the only like main
No,
magic user.
I could have had it. It was my second choice after.
Oh no.
Sorcerers also get sending. So Snap also could have had sending.
Oh rip. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording now.